Francis visited Central African Republic, a very bold move on his part. You know, there were a lot of security questions and everything. And when he visited, it is there that he declared the Year of Mercy, which seems so appropriate, you know, at the time. A war, country torn by civil strife. And the bishop, the Pope is there saying, you know, we have to practice mercy. So he declared a Year of Mercy. How has that affected, like, the people? They must have been inspired, I would hope, with the visit of the Pope, in spite of the circumstances, but also the people. How have they responded? How has the churches kept that spirit alive?
The visit of the Pope has been a very turning point in the history of the country. That's November 2015. Because his visit was not only for the Catholics, but for everyone. Why do I say this? Okay, the Catholic Church, we had prayers, we organized prayers for the coming because of the war, that we needed divine assistance. So that this apostolic visit should be a way or light into our situation to help us see. Bringing all the Christians who could travel. Now, it had permitted even the rebels to let down their arms so people could travel from inland to the capital. That's people who have never seen the capital for a couple of years were permitted. They got a national event, a national pride. Like, it's an honor for the country. Honor for the country that a Pope is visiting us. Pope John Paul II visited 30 years ago. So after 30 years, another one came in to spend night. So even that, the rebels. In the country, in the capital, the Muslim community also welcomed him. And I listened to one of the former rebels who sent me a text message because he said it was a miracle for him. Why did he send me that message? Because okay, when you speak with some people to talk about peace for long, at least this kind of relationship remains. Visiting the mosque or visit the Muslim community, what he wants, he said, no, he wants without any kind of bulletproof car. He said, people need to see me. They also built to the mosque, spoke with the imam, and spoke with the community that we are all brothers. You know, we are all brothers. Brings home that idea that if we are brothers, they belong to the same family. And within the family, we don't use bombs and gangs to resolve our misunderstandings. We speak, we dialogue, and we forgive, you know? So those were between the lines, those were the messages he gave to the Muslim. And it permitted the Muslim, when we had the mass, the closing mass he had in the stadium, to move out for the first time also to that stadium, because now they all follow the papal vehicle, and no one attacked them. Everybody just joined, and we moved to the stadium. We had the mass, and after that, the country was peaceful for more than 6 months. It remains like an eye opener for us, because it became the personal governance, a unifying factor for us all. Unfortunately, what we can say is that the political aspirations sometimes make all this achievement, let's say, I'll call it achievements, short-lived in a sense, because the church has spoken so that we can continue the same dynamism. But since we do not have the same interest, you know, we don't have the same interest, that's why we still went back, but not as before. Because day after day, people call the visit of the Pope as something very important to the society. And that even permitted the organization of elections. You know, permitted the organization of the elections, free and fair elections, parliamentary and presidential election. So in political terms, in terms of economics, the movement of people and exchange, his visit was like breaking certain barriers for us.
Very good. It's good to know and hear that, you know, that the people of Central African Republic saw what they're capable of, that the unity that they say they want, and they saw it real.
Yeah.
And now they have that hope that it can happen. If you could give us an idea, just like an ordinary everyday routine. What's your daily routine like? What do you face? What problems? What issues?
Okay.
How do you deal? How do you talk with people? How do you get around?
Thank you very much. We had the pastoral requirements or assignments visiting parishes. In Beberati we have 17 parishes and 2 quasi-parishes, the 2 villages that we want to upgrade to parish, and that's to be present to the people. Even though we're in minority in terms of priests, 38 priests for a territory that covers 28,000 square miles, all in the forest area, so distances are huge.
Yeah.
We use the means available. Some priests have motorbikes because the diocese cannot provide anything than that. Some do not. Okay. Some have this Toyota Land Cruiser pickup, either pickup or Hilux, 4-wheel, so they can ply the road. All are dirt roads, especially during rainy season, from May to November. It's very difficult to ply. So I visit parishes for confirmation, also meeting the youth or the leaders in the community. In Beberati, I move out. I attend meetings. When they call me, I say the church, the policy we have put is that the church being present in our world today, to be present to our world today, so that we can be light. If we are not there at those meetings, sometimes things will escape us. But our presence has greater influence. Our vision, then you can bring forth, you can listen to others. So I attend meetings. I visit hospitals. The hospital we have from time to time just to say hello. Move about, greet people, pray over them. It's also a way of evangelizing, in the way that, hey, my friend or my sister, you are here, but it's not the end of life. Be courageous, hang on to life. I attend, visit the communities, parish, comments around in Beberati. And the Muslim community, they were with me in my house before. So, bridging that gap is also a way of saying to them that, no, we can build something. You mentioned about how do you restore, renovate. These have been huge expenses for the diocese. I'm grateful for all the support that I've received from here and from from the SMA to refix certain things. Some are not yet finished. We cannot finish everything. But my joy is priests and religious, we are all involved. That particular attention to the vulnerable in our society today. Sometimes the priests themselves, they have to go, right? They leave the place, or they move along with the displaced, just to tell them that please don't go far, then they come back. Because if you stay alone and they go, you don't know how, but sometimes 2 priests gave me that witness. When the rebels came to do, they all moved as if, but they hid themselves somewhere, they met in the bush, and they came back. They came back. Just to say that, okay, you don't just live your life like that to be killed, So when you hear all this, then everybody bringing his or her stories as a habit. You see that, yes, slowly, we are taking our pastoral realities to a more greater level, in the sense that we are not only talking, but we are to be with someone. Running, experiencing how do you run to the bush? How do you stay without those, how do you stand there, just there, with all this? It gives you a different sense, If you have never done that, you think that, okay, but once you go, you see, then you can understand someone who is in that situation. Then you bring back, then you can talk. Your experience may match to others. And the political and administrative leaders in the city, and the whole area, we have built a more, how do I call it, more convenient relationship because they acknowledge all that we do. And sometimes personal level, I visit to say, I've heard about this. What do you think? Before it's made public. You know, sometimes when you hear some rumors, you go and speak with them, and perhaps they change the idea to say, oh, perhaps you are aware. Likewise, they also come to me in case they want certain clarification. So together we are trying to, this is my routine each day, meeting priests, meeting religious, meeting population every day.
Very good. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your frankness. We appreciate your commitment to the people of the Central African Republic and offering the guidance, being their conscience, the very heroic efforts you've made. You know, like you said earlier, you welcomed Muslim communities. At times, people were trying to make it a Muslim-Christian issue, and you responded very well and positively to that. You certainly put to flesh the words of our founder as he was dying, to faith, hope, and charity, and those are basic tenets we hear St. Paul wrote, you know, that these are the tenets of our faith, of our lives, to live in faith, to live with hope, and to love. And so we appreciate all of that you're doing for the church, for the people of the Central African Republic, people of your diocese, and for the people of the world. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thanks for everything, and thanks for your prayers. Know that you're also in our prayers.